Going for short time limit matches, you have to push the pace the entire time to make sure you're leading.
So it's exciting to get to fight him as he's up and coming, and yeah, hopefully crush his dreams.
And ever since I was very young, I remember Polaris being one of the top promotions, and this will be my second time competing in the UK. It's been a long time since I've been there and been able to compete there. I believe the last time I competed there was for like a British Nationals whenever I was an orange belt, so it'll definitely be a cool trip to make it back to the UK and be the first time competing as a black belt there. So I've watched many matches on the Polaris stage, and it'll be an honor to share the stage with Sam and then be there with my team competing as well. Yeah, so I've known Sam for a long time now. I've mainly known him as a no-gi guy, and since studying him a little bit more, I've seen that he's actually competed quite a bit in the gi as well. But he's a very talented competitor. He's faced a lot of really good competition, a lot of really good athletes as well, and it'll be an honor to share the mats with one of the best in Europe. So should be a fun time, and should be a cool clash of styles. Yeah, I think the style and the approach my professor works very well for us as a team, especially me, because I believe that we do a lot of short time limit matches. So you're with a partner for 3 or 4 minutes, and then once he feels you've achieved the goal, he's putting in somebody different to give you a new challenge. And I believe that forces me to work different parts of my game. Of course, every time you're going against a new opponent or a new training partner, it's a different style that you're having to face. You're facing different problems. And I think that keeps you on your toes. It allows you to be a little bit more smart, and also teaches us how to maintain a good pace, right? If you're going for short time limit matches, you have to push the pace the entire time to make sure you're leading. I think it's different from the approach that I've seen a lot of other academies have. Not that it's the wrong approach, I just think it's a different style where they'll put a longer time limit, which maybe will push your cardio a bit more and give you that sensation of a longer match that you would have in a tournament. But I feel that's whenever you start to slow down a little bit, that's when you conserve a little bit more energy. And I think the way that we train teaches us to be able to spend energy and know where to rest and be leading the entire time. That's why in a lot of my matches, I'm usually the one that's initiating most of the exchanges and being the one that is leading the pace the entire time. Being able to train in both gi and no-gi year-round opens up a lot more opportunities for you. My entire life I've trained this way, so it's nothing new, and I think that gives me an advantage of a lot of people that nowadays specialize in one or the other, or really commit their career to one. I've always been one that's enjoyed training in both. People ask which one's my favorite all the time, and honestly it's always changing depending on the challenge that's coming up. I usually get more interested in whatever I'm focusing on a little bit more, but there's never a time during the year where I'm like, I'm not going to use my gis for a week, or I'm going to put the no-gi stuff away. Every day there's some sort of gi or no-gi training. I run the no-gi program here at AOJ, so I'm constantly studying, looking at new techniques, watching matches, watching some of my footage, and just trying to keep up with the game and stay innovating. So that's how that goes as far as no-gi. And then of course, we've got a lot of the top level gi competitors here at the Academy. Myself, Professor Tynan, we've got Pato, and then so many other guys that are coming up as well. So I feel like you get a really good range of training partners here. You're able to gauge your level because these guys are at the top of their game, right? They're winning competitions left and right, so you have a good idea of where you're at whenever it comes to training here. So that's kind of the advantage I see that our academy has. You have so many different guys that play so many different games. You get exposed to so much jiu-jitsu, and we're just constantly trying to evolve and learn. And for all the fans coming to watch this Polaris, or if you're watching from home, I think expect a really good match from me and Sam. Of course, if you know my style, you know that I'm always looking to finish the match, and that I play a game that initiates a lot of exchanges. So I think expect to see a lot of action, but expect to see a really sharp version of myself, and one that's going to be looking for the finish the entire time.
Training's going well. My hands are a little bit sore. I'm not used to wearing the gi, but for the most part, I'm having a good time, and I enjoy the difference of physicality with the gi on. You know, getting back into that and the strategy and playing spider guard and all that kind of stuff. So I'm having a good time.
I don't want to show any secrets though, so I have to drill moves I don't do.
Well, Abate, AOJ's next child prodigy. I'm excited. I was hoping this match would be no gi, but I was demanded to wear the gi, so I'll happily do that. I know he's very good, and he's won a lot at the lower belts, so he's definitely going to be a very tough match, and I'm excited to fight him. And I'm just going to go out there and try and have an absolute war and try and submit him and see where we go. So.
Alrighty, time guys. Get some water if you want. If you want a jump shield. Just quickly guys, let's go to the wall. We'll kind of line up roughly by rank, and then I want to make a few groups. We'll do a quick drill, and then we're going to do regular sparring. Ian, you have no strike.
Thank you, Sam.
Cool.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. Harry, you get no strike.
So this is actually my first time competing on Polaris. Yeah, all the other times we tried to get something done, but I've been away or it's been busy. So this is my first time going to compete on Polaris. And I'm really excited because I know it's always a good show. I've actually been to it before and I've watched. And it's also it's nice to have a UK-based show that's, you know, bringing in talent from America and well, obviously they have people from Brazil, all over the world that they bring in to be streamed on UFC Fight Pass with a nice audience, and you know it's really good for just the general development of jiu-jitsu here in Europe.
As you want. And there's 6 on the timer. Whoever's rolling with me, no mercy, yeah? Except for you. Little mercy, please.
Very much so, yes. I like the idea of having a super fight, and especially something novel like the gi. Like I train so much no-gi and I'm so focused on no-gi that having something a bit different, it's nice to just be doing something stimulating to, you know, try and challenge myself. So mostly what I'm focusing on is just getting myself conditioned again to wear the gi. So grips is a big part, and just the kind of different dynamic of having the more explosive movements with the gi on. I find that wearing gi is so much more physical because you're resisting a lot more compared to no gi, which is much more aerobic. So that's a big part of it, and I'm just trying to kind of sharpen up my positions so that the stuff that I'm good at no gi I can still do with the gi on, like my passing, my guard, just being able to adapt, adding in the grips to make it more you know, more like tighter, my position, make my positions a lot tighter. But I feel very good. I love it. I've always kind of like had some form of business or another. So just having a gym is just another evolution of that. But for the most part, it actually enables me to train a lot more because I have the freedom to structure my training how I want. I always have a facility that I can use. And now we're starting to attract a lot more talent as well. So I'm getting a lot more training partners that are coming to train specifically just for the quality of jiu-jitsu that hopefully I can bring onto the mat. I love sharing the mat with like-minded people. It's probably the biggest privilege to having a gym is just to be able to set up an environment for people to have training and have fun as well. Especially having people that are other professional athletes. Like now we have a lot of people that are pro MMA fighters, and we have other people that are good at jiu-jitsu and just trying to improve grappling, wrestling, everything. So it's nice to be able to share in that journey with other people, because that's, you know, kind of the most important thing really in my opinion. It's a pretty lonely road when you're competing at a level of the, you know, at a world-class level, because you have to train all the time. So having people that can empathize with that around you, I think, is really important. In the gi, I actually won white belt roosterweight Europeans in 2012. No, but the best thing I've won in the gi is I medaled at the 2022 Europeans in my first or second match. I beat the current brown belt world champion in his black belt debut, and then I exited the tournament in the semi-finals. And then in the no gi, I previously won ADCC European trials, qualified for the ADCC. In my first round, I beat a previous medalist in the form of Gary Tonin and finished in the last 8, I believe. So, yeah, those are my kind of main accomplishments so far. Yeah, I know at the colour belts he has won. I think he's won worlds, maybe at purple and brown, maybe blue as well. I think he might have been juvenile for some of those tournaments. He's only 15, I believe. No, I know he's 19. Yeah, so I think at the black belt level, he hasn't had much of a run yet. So it's exciting to get to fight him as he's up and coming, and yeah, hopefully crush his dreams. I'm only joking. So pretty much I train every day. Most days I'm training twice a day, doing between jiu-jitsu, mostly no-gi or wrestling, and then I'll lift weights. I'll do like 2 serious weight sessions a week where I'm, it's moderately hard sessions of compound lifts plus conditioning. And then at the moment I have an extra session thrown in because I basically have taken my no-gi training strategy and just added in gi sessions. So I'm splitting up some of my strength and conditioning. And then to be completely honest, in between every single session, I'm literally lying in bed. That's it. I'm honestly just lying in bed, just trying to sleep to prepare for the next training session. And that's it. In my spare time, if I ever get spare time outside competition season, I like, doing things like computer programming and just hanging out with my friends and like just hanging out with my wife, going for dates and things like that. But during training camp and competition season, pretty much every single minute that I have that I'm not training or traveling to training, I'm just lying in bed trying to sleep. Yeah. The only other goal I have is I want to win the ADCC. I think in 2026 I can win the ADCC or whatever the tournament where the toughest people under 70 kilos, under 66 kilos are. I seriously believe I can do this and I'm putting in a lot of work. So that is my ultimate goal. That's the only thing I'm focused on. Once I do that, I'm going to retire from jiu-jitsu and call it a day. And that's it. So that is my goal.
Yes.
I would have got that training on camera. Very close.
That was a pass. I'm done, Troy. I can't give you a chance with the camera,